Hey y'all, it is February the 24th, 2018. And as this next installment, I just wanted to take some time out to draw attention to. None of this adds up, by the way. None of it adds up. There's no explanation for what Mr. Cruz had done. There's no explanation for it. In fact, oddly enough, there's the opposite of an explanation as far as the motives that Nicholas Cruz would have. I want to discuss. Let's say, for instance, he was plotting to do this thing that happened that nobody's seen him do. Let's say he was plotting to do that. He'd probably write out a manifesto or something typical. He'd probably give somebody some sort of clues. And not only that, he'd probably be very willing to die at that point. I mean, he killed 17 people. Probably be willing to die. He wouldn't comply with the police just as he did. But see, what they're trying to paint is a motive. Motive for why he would do what he did. Right? And when you're trying to figure out a motive for this young boy, surely you're going to hear a whole bunch of hearsay. You're not going to see proof on anything at all, period. But you're going to hear some hearsay, and you're going to hear some people do some speculation. Like, I've seen this one girl with curly hair, and she said that she has a friend, and that friend used to go out with Nicholas Cruz. We can't talk to that girl. That's impossible. I don't know why. Maybe she's terrified for her life, even though this guy is in jail right now with no bond. But yet and still the ex-girlfriend won't speak out against Nicholas Cruz. Not to give us any sort of insight, perhaps to his character. No, but a friend of a friend will do it. A friend of a friend will claim, well, Nicholas obviously was beating his ex-girlfriend. And he's a monster. All right, and I saw the whole story and the lead up to it. I'm trying to figure out a motive. They were talking about it like, one time Nicholas Cruz got into a fight with this one boy named Ania. All right, and which obviously means Nicholas Cruz murdered everybody. But anyways, he got in a fight with Nikia at school, or Ania, I forget how it's called. This young boy with curly blonde hair got in a fight with him. All right, so they want to bring that up. You notice how they bring that up, okay? The whole situation, just to let you know, Nicholas Cruz had a girlfriend. All right, turns out, allegedly, supposedly, the girlfriend had cheated on him with another boy. The other boy would be Ania. All right, inevitably there was a schoolyard little squabble between the two. And that's about it. But see, they're trying to create some sort of motive again. Okay, so might be able to speculate. Well, maybe he was very mad at his ex-girlfriend. Maybe he's very mad at Ania for taking his ex-girlfriend. All right. Of course, if you were at all interested in the details, you'd figure out shortly thereafter that Ania and Nicholas's ex-girlfriend actually broke up sometime in December. All right, it's one of those relationships that high school students have. They don't think about it too much. They broke up in December. Why would Nicholas still be mad at Ania? I have no clue at all. I don't have any clue. All right, but apparently he was. Apparently, but that's without no proof. Nobody has any proof that he was mad at Ania. We see the testimony of Ania, who happens to be a boy, and the thing is, I can't blame that boy, but he also can't look you straight in the eye while describing to you the details of his relationship between him and Nicholas. Can't look you in the eye. I don't know why. All right, so they're trying to build a motive, like I said. None of it really makes sense. Because Nicholas's ex-girlfriend, like I said, and Ania broke up in December. Who cares? Right? Meanwhile, if they're trying to cook up a motive, trying to say he's building up a ball of rage, and the ball of rage exploded on this school, they're on Valentine's Day. Obviously, it's romantic. It's of a romantic concern. Might I remind you that allegedly Nicholas did not even bother looking for his ex-girlfriend. Did not shoot his ex-girlfriend. He didn't shoot Ania. He didn't bother looking for them. You understand, in a situation that would make any sense, that the motive would be that he would kill him just because they were screwing around on him. That motive doesn't even hold up, because here's the thing: if that was the case, he would find them. It wouldn't be that hard to find them. He would find them in particular and start shooting them in particular, and probably whoever was around him. That's how it would go down. And you'll notice, no, that didn't go down. The complete opposite did. Ania didn't get shot. Whoever Nicholas's ex-girlfriend is, she's nowhere to be found. She didn't get shot either. Huh. So what you're seeing is a complete lack of motive. You're not seeing a manifesto or anything like this. None of it's making sense, and like I said, there's zero evidence that Nicholas even has a criminal history. Zero. Alright, but before we get out of here, like I was saying, there's no motive for him to do it. There's really no motive for him to do it. And like I said, he had been depressed. He had been through a lot of stuff. If you don't have sympathy for Nikolas Cruz, knowing all that he had been through, then gosh, dude, I don't know what to say about you no more. You don't have empathy for that? When someone's parents die and then their foster parents die? You don't have no empathy for that. All right, okay, all right. Well, here's the thing about it. Speaking of motives, Nikolas Cruz, all he had to do is wait like a little small period of time, from what I'm understanding. And maybe this is totally incorrect, but from what I understand, Nikolas Cruz, all he had to do was wait not too long. And then guess what? He was going to receive a trust of about $1 million. Did you hear what I said? Of about $1 million. Because his foster dad had died of a heart attack, and for whatever reason, insurance purposes, Nicholas, old Nick boy, had about $1 million coming to him. His adopted mother, she died and stuff of the flu, but the thing is, she sold her house and stuff. She had about $500,000 also going to Nick. From what I understand, unless I understand it incorrectly, Nick Cruz not only didn't have a motive, but stood to receive about $1.5 million after taxes and stuff like this, had he just done nothing. Try to swallow that, alright? Anyways, it's February the 24th, 2018, and I'll holler at y'all just a little bit later.